Clients recently asked me or sort of posed the question, but if I'm going to do my own thing, surely I do have to hustle to get there. Like, surely I do have to hustle. And I think this is such a common misconception that I wanted to cover it in a video. Now, of course, if you are going to go and become self-employed and embody your mission and do the thing that you came here to do, there's going to be an element of work required. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to overextend yourself, self-sacrifice, push yourself to limits, and work all of the hours in order to get there. And often the thing that needs to shift is the paradigm from which you operate. So if your paradigm is success requires hard work, struggle, sacrifice, the more I do, the more I get. In order to be successful, in order to achieve, in order to be worthy, I need to be giving all of myself to my work. Then, of course, when you start to contemplate doing something for yourself, if you take that paradigm with you, then all of those beliefs and patterns and actions are going to continue. So you aren't going to be able to see the possibility of creating from a different space. However, when you shift the paradigm to some version of when I do my life's work, I'm supported by life itself, or or really just allowing yourself to rest. Like I'm gonna do me first. I'm gonna put myself first in order to do my life the way I want. Like I come first, work comes second. I'm gonna trust that what I need to do will get done. Um, then you start to open up a different way of being. Now, for me, it was quote unquote easier to shift the paradigm. You'll see why the face in a minute, because I started my business in the midst of burnout after leaving law in 2018. And so that meant that I just didn't have the energy available to do what everyone was out there saying around pushing and hustling and 18-hour days, and you have to do this to your first 100K and all of the other absolute nonsense that is out there. I had to find a different way. And what that doesn't mean is that when I'm working, I'm not working hard because I do work hard. I just don't work that much, right? If I'm really, really honest, because I don't need to, because I take massive amounts of time for myself to be in nature, to have rest. And so what that means is that when I work, I'm super productive, I'm super efficient. I'm also well rested and well resourced, and all of that downtime has given me access to these creative parts of my brain that I just wouldn't get if I was still operating in that paradigm that I existed from as a lawyer of I just need to be on and go, 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 going all of the time. And so this is why right at the start of the Wealthy Witches Mastermind, we look at what is a wealthy witch and we look at that paradigm of, okay, well, this is where most people are operating from in this constant need to prove and push and hustle and struggle space. What would it look like to slow down, pay attention, be in your body, receive the wisdom that doesn't necessarily come from your intellectual brain that's, generally talking nonsense to you or certainly just trying to keep you safe. Um when you are in that space, what different opportunities open up? And so I would just love you to think about what is the paradigm that you're operating from? What are your beliefs around what is required for you to do your mission and the work that you came here to do? What are the sacrifices that you think you are going to have to make? Because right now, the sacrifices that you think you are going to have to make are what is stopping you, or part of what is stopping you from going out there and doing what you actually came here to do. So really just start to challenge it and flip it. Like if some of those things weren't true, like if it wasn't true that you had to work all the hours and sacrifice yourself and hustle and push and burn yourself out, if there was another option, what could that look like? And what would that then open up for you in terms of you feeling safe to really step into your mission, your purpose, what you came here to do? Like this is why paradigm shifting is such a big part of the Wealthy Witches Mastermind. Because if you have a very strict set of rules around what you think it means, in order to be successful. And that looks like a little bit capitalist, a little bit patriarchy. And I'm not on men here because I think men are as much victims of the patriarchy as the rest of us. And you take all of that with you, you're just going to go from dissatisfied, burnt out, insert your job now, to dissatisfied, burnt out, insert your new idea of your dreams. Okay. Resting, slowing down, being in the moment, being present, and also just allowing yourself to experience your life. I'm recording this. It's 2:15 on a Monday. I've done bits of work this morning. I've also been on a long walk, and then I realised I was tired, and I've just had an hour and a half in bed. Um, and now I'm sitting down to get on with some work. Like that doesn't make me lazy. It doesn't make me unproductive. It doesn't make me anything other than someone who is doing what she needs, working with their own natural rhythms, and really allowing myself to follow where life leads me. So maybe try on some of that for yourself and see where it takes you. But you do not need to push and hustle and sacrifice yourself in order to do what you came here to do. So if that is part of your narrative right now, maybe put it down. All right, I'd love to hear what lands. Let me know, send me a message, stick something in the comments, and I will see you soon. Ciao.